Beautiful day here in Overwatch Pretenders. Tonight we're going to go see Night Ops going up against Seven Sin. Be a very interesting match to go see. Night Ops, this is the used to be known as Scuff. This is their new and improved roster with a rebrand as well. See how they turn out tonight. Looks like the first map we might be going to is going to be Numbani. Very interesting choice. Very more of a dive centric map. Oh no, it's fine. I just had to message like and something. Let's see what kind of comps we might see coming out at some point. As soon as we actually get in the game lobby. Little NA production going on right now. Looks like we're finally entering the game. Alrighty. See what we're gonna come out with. Numbani first. See what kind of comps. Probably gonna see most likely a dive comp coming out from the attacking team. As well as what the defense plans on trying to run. The attacking team will be Seven Sins. Going to be on the attacking side first, I believe. Wait up and see what we're going to get from our team. You know, it looks like we're coming out with, looks like maybe dive on both sides. I see a Torb. Really hope we get a Torb. That'd be super nice and fun. Real hoping for a Torb. Seven Sins on defense. Torb's actually a pretty good defensive man on this one, or at least old Torb was. We are playing on the newest patch with the new and improved Torbjorn. So we'll see what they are planning on. Looks like it might's going to be a dive comp coming out from the attack, most likely. We got a Bastion Sim. I don't know if Seven Sins really wants to come out with a Bastion on. Oh, nope. Looks like we're going to change. Attack Torb. I'm always a fan of Attack Torb. But, oh. It's like weird. I take all that back. Looks like we're actually going to Route 66. What? What? Just all right. Looks like we got some sweet NA production going on right here. I'm not quite sure what's happening.
Good old NA production.
All right. Looks like we're actually still going to be playing Numbani. All right. I think Numbani's the final choice. They're just no.
They talk in the Discord sometimes, but
it's a disable skin. That is the reasoning for the quick change.
Still ready for that invite whenever they're Mr. Panda.
Oh yeah, I can invite my co-cast.
I guess if you want to. You don't have to.
I'll do it. Alright, looks like we are going to be playing Numbani, very dive-centric map. See what Seven Sins might want to run for attack. Definitely looks like a dive, maybe attack Torb. I'm all for the attack Torb. Not a great dive character, but you know, you can work him in wherever you want. Looks like Scuffed is going to be coming out with a dive defense with a Sombra Genji. It's going to be one of the first times we actually see Juice playing DPS. Used to be Scuff's old healer. So be
I think you mean Night Ops there, Panda.
Oh, he was on Scuffed.
No, but you introduced him as Scuffed.
Oh.
I know most of them are from Scuffed, which is true, but...
Alright, we're coming out now. It's like dive on both sides. Very interesting. Seven Sins going right down main. Played a little bit of poke now. The dive's going on. Looks like they're going on to Lucio, which is interesting choice. A little uncoordinated, but got the kill on the Ana. Got Sombra as well. But Nathan on the other side coming up with 2 big picks on the tank and Tracer. See if Night Ops can pull this back. D.Va just got D-mech by Juice. Yeah, it looks like Night Ops might be able to hold this.
Yeah, it's really easy to hold for Night Ops.
Looking kind of grim, losing your Ana and Sombra immediately. Normally you don't want your Sombra to die early so she can build up that fast EMP. But looks like they have to right that ship.
Well, they did good with Nathan jumping back up behind there, getting that double kill. It's definitely going to make it easier for them going into this. So I think it helped turn the tide of the battle there.
Yeah, definitely. Nathan also coming up pretty close to his Primal Rage already, where Shisui only at 50%. Coming back in again. See if they can execute the dive very well. Ana's getting real low. Let's see if they can finish off that pick. Early Blade coming out from IDK. Able to pick up the Ana, see if we can get anything else. Nope. Dead to the Winston. Nathan killing up the kills. It looks like Night Ops will hold again. Night Ops just cleaning everybody up. See if I was 7sins, you're playing with a Tracer. I'd really like the Tracer to try to get into a position to be able to get up on the high ground first so she can actually help dive with the rest of her team. But it seems like they're just going right in immediately.
Yeah.
We got Nathan diving back in again, get booped back by the Lucio. Very interesting seeing Lucio play not much with his Ana. Normally you have Lucio play specifically with the Ana to get her out of there. Big bomb coming in by Neon, picking up Juice.
Big picture 7sins, nice.
Looks like 7sins is going to clean this up unless, you know, you can get hero plays out of a Baby D.Va and a Winston. Looks like 7sins will finally be able to cap first point.
Yeah, sorry, my computer's still stuttering extremely, and it's so disorienting to watch. 7sins going into this, it looks like they're just having kind of a weird time diving in together, running that dive. Looks like D.Va's jumping in a lot, you know, head first, and Winston's kind of coming in behind her, and then it just seems a little unorganized. So I think in order for 7sins to really keep this momentum going, like after capping the point, start rolling it through, they really need to kind of come together a little more as a team. Like right now we have Winston sitting on the cart, and his whole rest of his team is up front. It just seems like they're not really communicating what they want to do, pushing forward into this.
Yeah, I'd really like if 7sins pushed more forward when the cart was actually being unlocked. Try to clean up any kills it could. Yeah, it looks like the D.Va might be the primary shot caller, so it seems like the D.Va goes in and then the Winston follows. Got 6 ultimates coming up for Night Ops. Let's see if they can do anything with that. Shisui coming in with a Primal Rage, picking up Ana, as well as Defuse, taking out Sombra. It's like 7sins might be able to get a little bit more push down. I really like they're up a few. They really like that they push forward a lot, not leave just, you know, Winston on the cart. I know all the memes are like Lucio is the cart pusher, but yeah, you really, the dive comp, you can push in with most of your team.
Yeah.
Ana's got that range. She can sit on the cart really well. Looks like we won't. Actually, we will have a recontest coming back in from Night Ops. Very close. Huge EMP coming in, getting 3 people. But Sound Barrier coming in immediately after that. Ooh. Night Ops looks like they're just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this. And doesn't look like they're winning the fight right now. Was definitely not a big fan of Juice's Blade right after their Lucio, 7sins Lucio beat it. Yeah, looks like both teams using almost every ult they had in one fight. But 7sins coming out victorious either way. See, we got some swaps coming over. We got, looks like almost a GOATS kind of comp coming out for Night Ops. We got Juice swapping over to the Brigitte. Very good against dive. And we got Nathan over on Reinhardt, beat on Zarya. Let's see what they can do with that. IDK coming up with a big pick on the Sombra immediately. Looks like Beal's getting pretty high charge. Let's see if we can build up a fast grab from this. Ooh, huge anti coming out from Dragonade. Looks like Beetle has been able to start cleaning up. Maybe they can shed the bleeding a little bit and pull together. Beetle coming up with 3 picks. High charge. Definitely building up to a nice fast grab this way. Got a swap from Majestic Moose over to the McCree. Definitely not a bad pick. Pretty good against dive. Looks like Seven Sins are making swaps. They're off dive now. More of a death ball style comp with a lot of spam damage. I like. I'm probably going to go for a nice grab dragon combo whenever they build that up. She Sweep coming in, just swinging, trying to build up some charge, hopefully for their Zarya. Huge sleep on Neon in the mountain fight a little bit, especially when it was at full charge. Nathan coming in with a charge in Shishui, and Nathan also picking up IDK with a Fire Strike. Majestic Moose coming in on Tracer, picking up 3. This Moose just going crazy. 4 for this man. Oh my god. There's that little gong. Team kill. Looks like Night Op's been able to hold pretty well right now. Got a lot of big ults coming up for them too. Almost just about everything except for Pulse Bomb, but that'll build up pretty fast anyway. Seven Sins are coming out with 3 big ults. We got Nano, Beat, and Earth Shatter. I think Dragon Age should definitely either Nano a high charge Zarya or Nano the Reinhardt if he gets in close. Juice playing a little bit far forward there, but does make it back out with this live. Big slam coming in from Shishui, knocking down 2. But he did get antied, and even bigger slam coming out with Nathan getting 4. They also used the grab as well. I don't know if you really needed both, but you know, just to be careful, they do got 4 other ults online. Alright, looks like Catad also used the beat in that fight. I don't think the beat was really that useful, but Neon coming up with a grab. Let's see if they can build a fast grab. So IDK coming up with a tire. Let's see if he can try to pick off hopefully one of the supports. I really think he should pick off Zalkos with a beat. Definitely coming clock. G-Shui going down to Juice the Brigitte. Dragon playing a little bit too far forward, I'd say. It looks like Night Ops might be able to hold this right here and there. Do trigger overtime. Neon trying to stay on the card as much as he can, as well as Cat Dad trying to heal him up as best he can. But the Brigitte stuns are just a little too powerful. And I think this is where the card's going to stop, right here. Alrighty, well it looks like what I'd really like to see out of Seven Sins is a little bit more playing together. Looked like Shisui was playing a little bit too far away from the rest of his team, which led him to getting stunned a lot by the Brigitte and just getting collapsed on by the rest of Night Ops. See what Seven Sins are planning on running out here. It looks like they might be trying to run for a dive again. It's like Night Ops also favoring a dive comp. See what Keely is going to play in Mercy. I mean, Moose is going to play, Moose is going to play Widow. I like this comp. Nice dive comp with Widow. Mercy as well, huge with Res. Her healing is a little bit less, but the Res is still very powerful. It does look like we are running a dive defense on the other side. Let's see if they can play a little bit more coordinated this time. Go for that full hold. Yeah, Shishui was definitely playing a little bit too far forward, not playing with his team as much. On the other side, definitely very good ult usage. Some ults here or there weren't really necessary, like when they shattered and grabbed together, but so be it. Still won the fight anyway, and they still had 4 coming on. It's interesting we don't see a Pharah coming in. Pharah is normally a pretty prominent hero, especially on first tier, especially with the other team not running a more hit scan character. They do have Tracer, but they don't have a Soldier, McCree, or Widow. We're coming out with that dive Widow. See if Majestic Moose count on him to get a first early pick, and then they can rush in. Let's see if they can run dive a little bit more coordinated. It seems a little bit coordinated, but Juice playing a little bit by himself. Not big fan of that. Seven Sins again playing a little bit too out of touch. They're not playing together as a team as much. Swooshy getting picked off a little early. See if they can find some more picks. Cat Dad going down. Nathan getting another pick. Moose coming up with another big pick, and it looks like Night Ops is going to cap this point with E. Let's see if they're going to push up and try to get any stragglers that are out around. Looks like they are hunting for that Ana that just might get away. See if any changes are going to come up from Seven Sins. They are playing a little staggered. We got Shisui playing a little by himself. I'm not a big fan of that. They could call it out and get an easy first hit. Definitely ult-wise, we got Nathan almost coming up on a Primal Rage where Shisui getting knocked out really early in that fight. Only at 37%. Shisui going in again by himself. It's like, ooh, taken down again by Nathan. Beetle taking down Neon as well. And that's just gonna have to be a reset by 7 Sins. Definitely playing very out of it. Alright, let's see. I don't think we're gonna get a second recontest out of here from 7 Sin. Hopefully they don't try to recontest, they just stay back, group up. Oh, we got Dragony going over onto the Moira. Probably hoping to not get dove as much. Moira has that fade ability. We got 6 ultimates coming up for Night Ops. They could just push this in immediately. They use their ults right there. Shisui going in again by himself, getting first pick. IDK though coming up with a pick on Majestic. This could be the turn of the fight they needed. Beetle coming in and getting Neon though after he used the self-destruct. Let's see what we got. The healers all by themselves. Can try to be picked off by a Tracer. We got the Val coming out over by Healy. We got a Blade coming in from IDK. He has to go huge with this. Gets one. Nathan coming in with the Primal Rage, taking him out. We got a Hammond coming out from 7 Sins, probably trying to stall a little bit. As well as the Reinhardt as well. Reinhardt gets taken down though. See if 7 Sins can try to hold on just a little bit longer. And looks like they cannot. Night Ops takes the first map with a blazing fast time. Really hope that 7 Sins are gonna come back stronger, maybe talk each over with each other a little bit, try to get a little bit better comms in. It looks like they're playing a little spread up. Looks like Shisui's going in a lot by himself, and it's just not working out too well. See what our next map is gonna be. I actually have no idea what the map pool is for this season of Overwatch Pretender. Hopefully we don't see a lot of goats. Goats was never really fun to watch. There's this giant big mess, but 7 Sins, the IDK was doing pretty well on DPS, so hopefully he can try to help bring the team back together, try to help carry a little bit. Yeah, I think 7 Sins' biggest weakness right now though is Shisui solo diving a lot, as well as that's mostly just it. Dragony doesn't have the best positioning. Let's see what 7 Sins map choice is going to. Believe we're going to. I want to say a control map after this. Quickly take a look and see what the map pool is for this. Alright, where's what? Yeah, it's 1-0 Night Ops. Yep. Alright, so it looks like the map pool, we have Oasis and Ilios as our control map. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of Ilios, just for that sweet, sweet boop well. I don't even know if they're for more of a dive-centric map. I'd definitely go with Ilios over Oasis. Oasis, the inner one tends to be more of a the inner university map tends to be more of a tank heavier map. Do have two other maps that are pretty good with dive, but Ilios is definitely very nice. It looks like we are going to Oasis as our control map. See how the teams stack up. Let's see if we're going to see any goats on University. It's always a pretty big one. Or Pharah. Pharah is always really nice on Gardens or City Center. Looks like we are going to University. It's going to be our first map of choice. Well, not of choice. It's random, of course. Let's see what the teams are planning on going to run out as. Just gotta wait for everybody to load in. I was just playing around right now. Yeah, I'm hoping to see probably some Reinhardt. Zarya is most likely going to be what each team's going to choose for the tank line. Ana's definitely better now with her new nano. Instantly heals people with 300 health, as well as giving them this sweet damage reduction and them doing well. Looks like Night Ops is going to come out with a goats composition. Looks like that's what they're on right now, and looks like Seven Sins might just match it. Might just be goats versus goats. See who has the more aggressive Reinhardt. We do have a sub, or not sub. We just have everything swapped around. We got Ramen Kun coming out on main tank. Nathan going over to the Brigitte role. Majestic Moose is going over to the Diva. Yeah, let's see. The real key to this is definitely see which Zarya allows the Reinhardt to just swing the hammer. Just be aggressive. The team that better allows the Reinhardt to play aggressive, that's normally the team that's going to win the GOATS. And I don't know how Seven Sins is going to do with this. They played pretty far apart before. Let's see how just the whole aggro comp's going to work for them. Alright, we got both teams coming up. Looks like Night Ops was able to get the point just a little bit faster, and now we get to see the brawl commence. That was such a messy fight. See goats. I think Beetle getting pretty high charge, and Ruan going down first by Majestic Moose. That's big pick off for Night Ops. Reinhardt, very key player in the goats composition. See if they just push forward and pick everybody else off. Majestic Moose getting the second one on Cat Dash. And Zalclose coming up again with the fuse. See if they can just get this Diva and cap the point. Hopefully someone stands on the point to cap it. Majestic Moose coming up with 3 kills in that game. Hopefully Seven Sins backs up a little bit. They're, going a 3v6 right now. Hopefully they can get out, regroup with the rest of their team. Right. Do have almost every ult coming out for Night Ops, and a huge slam over on Night Ops. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna clean everything else up. That is very good ult economy right there. Used 2 ultimates to get a team kill. But we do have Seven Sins coming out with their own shatter. Let's see if they can get just a big shatter. See if Beetle can land a huge grab. Combo it perfectly with that Diva bomb. Oh, we got a big grab coming in. Let's see if they have enough damage to follow up on it. Ooh, it looks like they do. Taking down Tetat and IDK as well. Reyna going down as well. And it looks like the Coalescence really wasn't great. Tried to heal up everybody that was in the grab, but doesn't do enough damage or healing to help with that. Beetle coming up with more. And Ramen Kun almost up to another shatter. See if he can get one off again for Ruinish. Actually gets his first. Rally's coming off on both sides, armoring everybody up with that sweet 100 armor. Ooh, big shatter coming in from Ruinish. Knocking down Ramen Kun. Ramen Kun responding with his own shatter. It looks like that grab was eaten over from Seven Sins' side. Very not good, and a little bit of a odd bomb choice coming over from Neon, just firing it away from everybody else. Grab coming out from Night Ops side, and it looks like they're going to clean up the fight again. I think this might be just a 100-0 fight. And it looks like Night Ops is going to take the first point. Over on the Seven Sins side, after losing 2 fights against Goats, I really would have liked them to swap off maybe to a Pharah or Junkrat, something spam damage that they could you know, try to hit people with. Because that Goats comp was not working for them. See if we're going to give any swaps. We do have a Pharah. It looks like 17 is swapping over to a dive comp. Pharah Genji. And we're running 2 main healers with an Ana and a Mercy. Really enables the Mercy just to stick with the Pharah. And it looks like we're having Goats comp coming back out over from Night Ops side, except with an Ana as well. And as I say that, Diffuse is going to swap over to... Nope, he is back on the Pharah. Yeah, looks like a Night Ops. See how they tooth this fight. See if they make any changes because of the Pharah. It's really going to be on Majestic moves to really try to keep that Pharah out. And Diffuse already coming with a big pick over on Epic Waffle. It's really going to cut the healing down of Night Ops, and they can really just go in and clean it up. IDK getting a pick off of Nathan. Majestic moves did take down Diffuse, but it looks like... Ooh, Vio come back in and take down Ruenis. It looks like Seven Sins should be able to claim this point if they can just clean up the kills. Neon coming up big with 2 kills off the tanks. Majestic Moose taking down Diffuse once more. But it looks like Seven Sins will come up with the first cap. Wonder if we'll see change. The Majestic Moose has been doing good killing the Pharah, but while he's doing that, he's not helping the rest of his team. We got everybody sitting nice up on the high ground. We got Mercy topping everybody off. I'd really like the Mercy just definitely stick with the Pharah. If you have an Ana, you can definitely heal everybody else. Like Night Ops going to take the high ground away. Gotta watch out for boops. Hopefully they don't get booped off. Beetle does get booped over to the low ground. Big barrage coming out. Ooh, gets slept and woken back up. No kills come out of that barrage. But does look like Night Ops is playing a low scavenge. Some people on the low ground, some people on the high ground. Bomb coming out over Majestic Moose. Let's see if we can get anything. He does get Cat Dad. That's a big pick off. Randolph responding with pick on Nathan, but Ramen Kun taking out IDK. We did have the beat used over on Night Ops side as well. Shatter coming in from Ramen Kun as well. Bout coming out from over on Seven Sins side. Let's see if Seven Sins can hold it. Looks like they might be able to do with that pick off of Zhao. Epic Waffle coming up big on Ruenis, and Majestic Moose taking out the Mercy. And it looks like Night Ops will be able to take this map. They just got to clean up a few more picks. And it looks like Seven Sins is going to be stopped at 65%. Not a bad time. About 2 fights left for Seven Sins, and they'll be able to win the game. Let's see what we're going to come out from Night Ops. Do have some big ults coming. We got a Grab, Rally, and Nano coming in. Majestic Moose already trying to pick off Diffuse, and he does. Mercy really should be sticking with the Pharah a lot more. Seven Sins should hold back. Their Mercy is very separated. Hopefully someone can go Taxi back to the rest of her team. We do have a Nano Blade coming up on Seven Sins side. Let's see if they can combo that together and get any good picks. Looks like Night Ops is going to be keeping control of that high ground, which is definitely a good choice. Hopefully they don't get booped off. See if Dragony can stick with the Fuse a little bit longer. Ooh, we do have the Nano Blade coming out. Does he get any kills? He gets grabbed. Ooh, big grab coming out from Beetle. Making sure that Nano Blade gets nothing. And Majestic Moose coming out with a big bomb, getting 2 players. IDK does pick up Ramen Kun, and Diffuse does take down Epic Waffle. Even trades coming out from both teams. Let's see if either team can come out with more picks. Nathan taking down Neon, but Diffuse coming out with a big pick over onto Zal and Nathan. Got 3 players left for Seven Sins over here on the point. Let's see if they can clean up the rest of Night Ops. Got the tanks come back in. They can definitely stall for a long time. They have a large amount of health on each player. Seven Sins really needs to get better at target calling, and looks like they will recap the point. Let's see if they can get any of these stragglers. Let's see if they can pick off the Lucio or the Reinhardt before they get back to their spawn. Looks like we do have some swap ups coming over from Night Ops. We got Nathan going from Brigitte over to the... Nope, he's on Diva. You got Majestic Moose going on to the McCree, probably trying to deal with the Pharah a little bit better. And Beetle coming out on the Doomfist. Ramen Kun picking up 2 with a big Shatter and Nano combo. Zhao dropping beat, keeping all his team stayed up, and Dragony going out with a bout, making sure her team will win the fight. Fuse coming up big, getting on Epic Waffle, and Neon taking down Majestic Moose. Fuse will have basically free reign to do whatever he wants now, with that McCree out of here. Neon forced out of mech, uses that self-destruct just to resuit. We got a big barrage coming in from Diffuse, taking down Zhao. Nathan taking down Diffuse, and it looks like IDK will help their team clean up. Big shatter coming out from Ramen Kun, taking down IDK, and Majestic Moose comes in, takes down Ruaneth. Majestic Moose gets another kill on Dragony, and looks like he might take down Catdad as well. We start out looking bad for Night Ops. They were able to pull back into their position. We're in one fight territory. And we got Nathan coming up with a Diva Bomb, as well as Catdad with a Nano. That's really the only ults we got. Beetle, if he lands some big punches, can get his Meteor Strike. Let's see what they can make out of it. Beetle coming in already on Ruaneth. Pops that Meteor Strike. We got Pharah already taking down Majestic Moose again. With this ground level cleared, he can rain free in the sky. IDK coming out with 2 on both the healers on Night Ops. IDK coming out with 3, going over to Beetle as well. It's like IDK putting his team on his back and saying, no, we will take this point. Neon coming off there with Nathan and Bruaneth taking down Ramen Kun. All they gotta do is clean off this Tracer and they'll cap the point, and as overtime takes down, looks like we're going to a map 3, guys. Whatever Seven Sins talked about between games definitely seemed to work. Been playing a lot more together. First map wasn't great, but you know, goats. Looks like we are going to pause. It looks like IDK had to drop out of the game. Don't know if he's going to be coming back or not. Let's see if Seven Sins has a sub to put in. If they don't, they will have to play with 5 players. They do have, I believe it's 10 minutes of allotted pause time. So let's see what they can do with it. And it looks like we got Deserty 18 coming in for 7 Sin. See if Deserty can do what IDK was doing, help carry his team. And it looks like we might be running 2 different dive comps. Looks like 2 dive comps coming out from both teams. Definitely a good dive comp map. We got Majestic Moose looking over on that Sombra, and Beetle coming out on a Pharaoh. The question is, we're going to see a Pharah v Pharah. Who is better, Beetle or Diffuse? Definitely going to be the winner of the Pharah battle is most likely going to be the winner of the point. We got 2 main healers coming out in 7 Sins, so they will be able to sustain longer. See how both dives compare. Ramen Kun jumping up already on Ruaneth. See if he can... Ooh, Majestic Moose getting off a hack on Neon. Already almost taking him out of mech. And it looks like he does get D-mech. Deserty coming out with the D-mech actually. Ruaneth taking down Majestic Moose. Or... Deserty coming out with the kill on Epic Waffle too. Ramen Kun coming back in, taking down Neon. Still pretty big brawl for this point. It looks like 7 Sins is up in members. Just Moose taking down Catdad, but Diffuse coming back with kill on Zalclo. Ooh, Ruaneth going down to Nathan. Looks like Night Ops might be able to take this point. There's still 4 members of each team on the point. See who will come up with the win. Diffuse taking down Nathan. Just Moose coming up in the kill with Diffuse, but it looks like 7 Sins getting more of the kills. Should be able to cap this point first. Rez coming out for Epic Waffle. Don't know how they got with that. Early Blade coming out from Deserty. Let's see if he can do anything with that. Takes down 1. Will he get the other? Goes for the Air Blade on the Mercy, but misses. Looks like Night Ops will have to back out. I don't know how I feel about that Blade. They were already winning the fight. I don't know if the Blade was really that necessary to take the fight, but we do have a Barrage coming up for Diffuse here in a second. Neon coming out with a self-destruct. Majestic Moose, though, does have this EMP, can shut down the Pharah. Gets an EMP off the Pharah, she can no longer fly. Looks like Night Ops are just going to try to take the point real fast before 7 Sins notice. Now we got Nathan going down over on that side. EMP coming out on Majestic Moose, but doesn't seem to work. Diffuse not being hit by that. Just rains down Justice from above, takes down 2. Neon coming out with a 3rd. Looks like 7 Sins will be able to hold this point. See if Ramen Kun can come back, or they will, or if they'll stagger him or not. It looks like he does get out with the blood. We got some pretty big ults coming up for 7 Sins. We got another Blade coming up for Deserty. Got just about everything but a barrage for 7 Sins. Over on Night Ops side, we just got Barrage coming up with both support up. Majestic Moose does swap over to the McCree, probably to deal with the Fair a little bit more. He can also help deal with the dive. Beal coming out with the first pick over on Diffuse. We do have a Nano Blade coming out from Sturdy. Zal does beat and stop that. Looks like no kills coming out from that Blade. Beal coming out with the Barrage on the Mercy. Sturdy going down as well. Looks like Night Ops will be able to win this fight. Ramen Kun coming up with 2 big picks. I don't know if I like that self-destruct. You're already losing the fight. And you definitely had enough chance to get out. Definitely should have saved that. We got Sturdy swapping over to the Widow to shut down Beetle immediately. It looks like Beal will get the first pick on Diffuse, stopping 7 Sins from pushing in. Rez does come out. Let's see how Beetle plays now. He will have to play a little more passively now that 7 Sins has a Mercy with that insta-pick potential. Got the dive coming in from Ruaneth, but no one else is with him. Definitely a little late reaction over from 7 Sins D.Va, not that with the Winston. Looks like Night Ops will be able to clean the rest of these people up and hold. Now, I do like the Widow swap. We do have a McCree swap coming in. The McCree isn't bad, but he is very susceptible to being dove, and you don't really have too many things to help pock him. You do have a Lucio who can speed him around, but they really have to try to protect the McCree or the Widow. Both can be dove pretty. And McCree stand on point first. Looks like Night Ops is going to come in with the dive immediately. Valk coming out from Epic Waffle. Beal already taking down Cat Dad. It's looking good for Night Ops. Ramen Kood coming out and kill with the Zerdy. And Majestic Moose taking down Veronic. That'll be Night ops. Looks like they're going to hold the point again. Dragon Age should really just try to get out. Stop trying to fight them. Looks like 7 Sins might be able to come up with 2 quick fights or 1 long extended fight. We do have just Zerdy swapping over to the Soldier. A little bit more sustainability. Less diveable. Definitely trying to take down Beetle out of the sky. Got High Noon coming out from Majestic Moose trying to zone everybody off. Beetle coming in with a big barrage taking down Dragony, and Majestic Moose does get the kill on Ranith. And it looks like Night Ops going up in this game 2-0. It's definitely a closer round the first game, or than the first game, which is always nice to see. Looks like 7 Sins might be still working out with some kinks. We got Ramen Kun coming up with a big shatter for play of the game. Alright, everybody, we will be going to halftime at this point, unless both teams are ready and are willing to continue playing right now. Should be going to, I believe it's a 30-minute halftime, and then we'll be coming back with a 2CP map, everybody's favorite. Here's hoping 7 Sins is getting a nice talking to from their coach. Hopefully they can work out some kinks. Not playing together as a team comm-wise seems to be the problem with them. Sucks IDK had to go. He was definitely doing very well for their team. Let's see, the 2 maps that we could be coming up with next are going to be Horizon or Volskaya. Now, if I was 7 Sins, I'd probably choose Volskaya. You can get away with running Meteor comps on that one. Horizon's definitely more of a dive-centric, and their dive has not been looking good. It's had its moments, but mostly it's just been mechanical skill, it looks like, that's been keeping 7 Sins close in this game. Wonder if we'll have any swaps from either side. Alright. It looks like I do have a co-caster now, Ace, coming in. Alright. Duff might be trying to get back.
I'm
in.
ready.
Are you sure?
Let's do this. I am fixed. I am good. I can hear everybody. The sound is good. I'm excited again because everything doesn't sound like whispering in my little ears. Let's cast the last 2 rounds. What are we looking at? What's the score?
2-0 Night Ops.
2-0 Night Ops? All right. So this is going to be the 7 Sins 3-2 turnaround, right?
Yep, 7 Sins are going to come back and reverse sweep this.
Oh, thank you, Dante. Panda, sorry for leaving you like high and dry there.
No, you're fine. To catch you up, 7 Sins still seems to be very uncoordinated with their dive.
Okay. Are they sticking to dive? They're not swapping off it yet?
They've been running goats every once in a while. So we might be the resurgence of goats coming out over here.
Dang, that just screams. We really don't know what to do. Let's just throw goats at them.
I mean, goats is always a perfect option.
Well, goats is the perfect option because it's so easily usable for. I feel like a team that isn't talking a whole lot. I don't know.
Especially.
Are there a lot of new guys on 7 Sins?
Yeah.
Because
or as far as I know.
I know the teams that like been established for a while.
Yeah, Ruaneth, Diffuse, and Neon are. Yeah.
There are, okay. Maybe that's with it too. Maybe they haven't had a whole lot of chance. You know, being so early in the season, maybe they haven't had a whole lot of scrim time together.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll, we'll see a resurgence of them later on in the season of being, a dominant team.
That'd be awesome.
I'm assuming we're live, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Good. All right, looks like we got a dive defense coming up for Night Ops. Definitely seem very privy to running this dive comp that they love so much with the Sombra Genji. Just hasn't been looking amazing on Sombra, getting picked off early a lot of times, so let's see if he can change that up going with a fast EMP. It looks like we're coming out with a dive attack over from 7 Sin.
Waffle jumping off the map right there. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it back in time, but we'll see about that.
Yeah, Waffle definitely chose the wrong time to jump off the map.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but we'll see.
It's like 7 Sins is coming in, trying to figure out where to dive to.
Yeah, looking for that early push. Oh, well, hey, Waffle's back. He made it just in time.
So they might be able to get an early pick off Waffle.
Here's the dive right away. Nathan and Beal both showing that they worked together for a while, diving on the exact same teams at the same time. 7 Sins dive a little here, a little there. They got a little split up. Unfortunately, having that Winston with him right off the bat there is going to hurt him.
Neon, though, does come up with 3 picks on his own. They could push this.
Beal
could pick on Neon.
Some beautiful picks right here.
7 Sins still up in fight, though. They can keep pushing, win this fight. Beal getting DMAC. Majestic Moose, the only one here to contest.
Yeah, it's probably go the way of 7 Sins just because of that closer spawn advantage. I think they managed to stagger that fight long enough and keep just enough guys alive to get the rest of their team back in time. Unfortunately, Night Ops is gonna have a hard time stacking back up on point.
Yeah, Epic Waffle taking that nice, quick, ice-cold bath at the very beginning was not a great way to start out the match.
Yeah, that definitely probably made things a little weird for him, but I guess if you're gonna do it on any hero, do it on Lucio.
Yeah, I could have done it on Zenyatta. Alright. Like 7 Sins pushing in hard. Ruaneth going in again. Neon a little bit far behind him. Ruaneth goes down because of it.
Ooh, Dragon Blade coming after Musirti right here. I mean, it's just find a Keely with it, but.
Beal coming out with a self-destruct. Not a big fan of Neon self-destructed. They're already losing the fight. But does come out with 1 pick, but he is the only one left, and he is going to be staggered.
Yeah, that DMAC on D.Va probably isn't going to be enough to really make a big difference. As you can see, Beal's already got his suit back from it, so.
It looks like we do have a change coming up over on 7 Sins. We got Desserti moving over to the Hanzo, getting off the Genji.
Okay. That's good. I think we're going to sniper into this point on Volskai here is definitely a good plan. Either a Hanzo or a Widow.
Looks like Rand going in again. Big EMP coming up over by Majestic Moose, and Juice taking advantage of that, whipping out the blades.
Awesome EMP blade combo. Good stuff right there.
Very good ult economy, only using 2 ults to win 1 fight.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan getting the cleanup kill over on Deserti.
2 big ults though. I wonder if they could have done that a little different.
Yeah, they definitely probably could have won that fight just off the back of the EMP.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have, you know, both support ults. The Nano can go over on the Winston.
That's true. Oh yeah, Nano and Winston keep him alive forever, man.
Yeah, we do have some pretty big ults coming up over on Seven Sin side. We got Primal Rage as well as Nano, and both teams have Barrier. Nano coming out on Rueneth immediately. Deserti coming out with a pick on Akili.
Nice. 2 big
See if they
picks. It's
can-
gonna be huge for their fight. Both supports down for Night Ops side.
Ooh, big sleep over onto Nathan, but he does get woken back up immediately. Bomb coming out from Beetle. Doesn't seem to pick up anybody, and Rueneth does prop his Primal Rage immediately.
It's like Night Ops is just trying to buy a little bit of time to get their supports back, and unfortunately, big Primal Rage coming out from Ruin. Along with Deserti able to pick up some kills as well using that Hanzo Dragon Arrow.
Looks like Seven Sins might be able to cap this point.
Yeah, Night Ops is gonna need some serious stall swaps right here if they're gonna even hold this.
See if Knives can even touch.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
Doesn't
able
look
to
like
touch.
they can touch.
Dang.
It definitely looked a lot better coming out from Seven Sins. Seems their dive gets very good once they get 1 pick. Then they seem to get a lot better at their comp.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, let's see what Seven Sins is going to try to run on defense. Fuse going over to the Reaper. Let's see if he's actually going to stick with that. That'd be an interesting choice. And Deserti might be coming out on a Pharah.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan with Reaper being run in a dive comp, but it does work if you get him in position, lay down a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I think on dive maybe not, but the fact that they're running him here on this point, in particular on full sky, I think Reaper does so huge on this first point. Not something I see too often, but it's the fact that he's got those close quarters and such close sight on everybody that I think it makes it really easy for him to really excel in this area.
Yeah, that is definitely good. And looks like both teams might be running the double main healer.
Oh, okay.
Looks like both Mercies are probably going to be trying to
Yeah.
stick with their Pharahs as best they can. See if
Pharmacy.
over on Oasis, Dragony did seem to have a little bit of a problem sticking with the Pharah a lot, and it did lead to diffuse, or not. Yeah, it was diffuse at that point, but led to their Pharah getting picked off a little early. Let's see if they can change that up just a little bit.
Who was that? What did you say? Who was the player?
Dragony, their Seven Sins Mercy, didn't stick with their Pharah as much over on Oasis, and it led
Oh, I
to their
gotcha.
Pharah getting picked off a little early. And we got
Speaking of Oasis
Boateng
names.
playing in that main house in the middle. Don't know. Yeah, it's not the best place to hang.
Probably letting the pharmacy go out. Maybe they're trying to kind of let her call out, see what's going on. Yeah, it is kind of a weird spot for them. I think they're putting a lot of faith in their pharmacy, just doing what they can right now.
Looks like dive might be coming in soon from Night Off. Deserti's still coming in, going a little aggro there without his Mercy. Big
Naya.
anti over on Naya. Ooh, Deserti getting picked off by Majestic Moose. That's gonna be big for Night Ops. Oh, let's see if Dragony can get them. Oh, Dragony getting slept while trying to res. This is very big. Whenever by Epic Waffle. So yeah, definitely why I wasn't the biggest fan of the Reaper. I think on second point is a lot better. It's a lot closer of a map. But on first point, with the giant skybox in the open area, if the other team runs a Pharah, you're really putting a lot of pressure on your own Pharah to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, Randolph going in immediately trying to take down Nathan as he pushes forward. Deserti playing a little bit by himself, might get picked off soon, does get back to his team. Questionable self-destruct coming out from Beetle over on the other side. We do get a first pick off over by Neon over on Juice. That would definitely help stop this snowball that Night Ops could have had. what do you think about this Reaper pick going into second point, knowing the comp you're playing up against?
I'm looking at it. I don't know. It's interesting. I think Reaper's great for taking down those dive tanks. They work really well together. Outside of that, Reaper really doesn't have a place in this. I think they really need to. If I was them, I'd probably be swapping to like a hit scan or something just to shut down the enemy pharmacy, so yours can be solo in the sky.
And we did come up with a big barrage coming over from Deserted. We did see. I don't know if you caught this. Maybe Juice fat fingered his blade a little bit. Yeah, he bladed a little bit closer to his spawn, and then just slowly kind of walked up to the team. And that looks like he is swapping over to the Hanzo. Majestic Moose going over to the McCree.
There you go.
Definitely help deal with that Pharah.
Yeah, that'd be huge for the Pharah, and they still have the Hanzo for the damage output. I think those are some good swaps going out.
Big first pick coming over onto Ranith, playing a little bit too far forward. We got Nuke coming in by Neon. Picks up Mercy. That's a big pick. Majestic does come back and take down Neon. No one seems to be telling the point for Seven Sins. And a little bit scattered.
Yeah, they kind of got scattered up there, and they look like they got picked pretty much one at a time.
We do have Ruaneth coming in, trying to buy some time with his Primal Rage. Does come down. High Noon seems like it missed Dragony, which would have been a big pick to get that. And it looks like the way the kill feed is going, Niops might be able to take this point, but if Seven Sins can keep stalling, they could get a better time.
See, Niops doing a really good job working together on this point. You can see this. They're focusing their fire. They're getting after their targets one at a time. That Reaper ult comes in, could have been devastating. Beal immediately on it with the DM, showing that he's saving it for those ults. I like the way that the Niops is working together right now.
Yeah, Seven Sins though has been doing a good job trying to stall this point out, just giving over the first tick now. Neon trying to do some crazy flank maneuvers, try to stall this out even more. They might actually be able to get a better time, and it looks like they will be getting a better time than Night Owl. Yeah. Majestic Moose coming up with a second Deadeye already. Sturdy coming in with the Doomfist, trying to get a pick off. Does get a pick off an Epic Waffle, but no one else is there to really clean up. Neon does get picked up on the point and does eat Juice's Dragon. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah, that was huge DM right there. Ooh, I think this new coming after Bills me all they need to just capture the last of this point.
It's like Night Ops does capture the point, but with a slower time than Seven Sins. So Night Ops will be fighting again. They will be going on attack. So let's see if Seven Sins learned anything from Night Ops' first attack, and maybe don't run the Reaper on first point, since they're most likely going to run a Pharah. And you could still work. It worked relatively well for them on the second point. Let's see what Seven Sins is going to come up on the defense. So we're going dive tanks again, as well as an Ana. Always a fan of that.
Dive tanks. Oh, for Night Ops?
7 cents.
Oh, 7 cents. Okay, I got you.
Looks like Deserty's going to come in on the Widow, already expecting there to be a Pharah. It looks like we are being asked for a pause. So, what are you thinking about this comp coming over from Night Ops for their attack?
I think it's awesome. I think let's run Death Ball, baby. That's awesome right there. It's gonna be hard going into this. I know neither team knows this ahead of time, but it's interesting that have Seven Sins. I missed the first half of this game, unfortunately. Did Seven Sins ever run the Doomfist?
I don't believe so. No, I don't think they ever actually pulled off a Doomfist.
I could see Doomfist just annihilating what they have going for him right now. Doomfist is a hero that kind of just feeds off what they have. You can't really just rely on a McCree flashbang, to like get him down. So I think in this comp matchup, I'm kind of iffy about it, but I do kind of wish that I feel like they just need a sniper going into this. I feel like McCree should be swapped out. I mean, I know they have Hanzo, but I don't like McCree on this first point. Everything else amazing. I'm excited to see Death Ball. I love seeing it. I'm really liking Nathan and Beal on these tanks. I think they do a really great job working together. I've seen them working together, on the Winston and the Diva. So I'm excited to see their Rein Zarya play. Of course, 2 more tanks that have to have a high synergy with each other. So I'm pretty stoked for it.
Yeah, the McCree pick could be pretty big. I'm assuming they're taking a McCree, assuming that Deserty's going to come back on the Pharah, which he was doing really well on, especially on second point. Yeah, the McCree pick, he can help deal with the Doomfist in the backline if you're good at hitting your stuns.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they need a Mei or a Sombra or something. They need something to reliably. Doomfist is too. We've seen it in all of our Pretenders game. He's too strong right now. They need the reliable counter. They do need a swap to counter him.
Yeah, if Majestic comes back over onto a Sombra, that'd be pretty big. If he just sits and babysits the back line. Because once you hack Doomfist, he's basically just walking ult charge.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need. I think a lot of people don't swap for the Doomfist in current meta, and I think it's the same as, you know, you'd get a hit scan if you were fighting a Pharah, you know? I think that's kind of the same where you need a counter CC if you're fighting a Doom. So it looks like we're going back into it.
Yeah, looks like the game will be commencing. Well, of course, in 22 seconds.
20 seconds. But I'm excited to see what comes out from Seven Sins over here. I'm not crazy about their dive just because of, and I'm talking a lot about tanks today. A lot of talk is on tanks. I think they need to really coordinate that Winston getting in front and being with their D.Va. I think watching the D.Va dive first off to the side and then the Winston running through with a team, it feels weird, you know? Like it's not quite what I want from a dive comp coming out here, so.
Yeah, Ruaneth definitely doesn't seem to be calling his dives too much. And it looks like we do have a Sombra on Majestic Moose, so that is a good pick. It looks like they're all going top right.
Ooh, that's gonna be actually really nice for setting up their for setting Juice up there.
And we do have a Brig coming out from Seven Sins, which is good, but she does get knocked back down. Cat Dad does come up with a big pick over on Epic Waffle. Really cutting Night Ops speed down. Miranda coming up to pick on the Keely as well, but Juice and Beetle firing back.
Both teams being even, but Night Ops being down there on is gonna be kind of painful for him with Cat Dad still being up for Seven Sins.
Beal has been coming with big picks, but yeah, it looks like Seven Sins will be able to hold this first fight.
It was good. It was a good swap back and forth. It just sucks that they happen to lose their Ana in Akili right there. But
ooh, you got a Majestic Moose coming over on a Widow.
I do want to point out that Beal going into this already is at 92% to his ult. So obviously doing a lot of work in there. Him and the Reinhardt doing really well, sticking together, and I think an early grab coming out here could be enough to really throw it over. I don't know if Seven Sins expects a grab this early going in.
Yeah, we'll be up to Neon definitely to try to eat this grab. That is true. Seven. Right. Definitely grab coming out. Looks like Night Ops will be able to pick up this first point. Bomb coming out from Neon. Does pick up Beetle. That is a big pick. Beetle will lose all its charge. Got a Nano Doom coming out. See if he can pick up any good kills. Desserty coming up big, getting Akili and getting an Epic Waffle.
Wow. Two big picks from Desserty. Yeah, that's going to be enough to definitely push them back, them being down both their healers.
Seeing how close Juice is to his dragon, I would have much rather had Beetle save his grab.
Yeah, it was a nice grab. You know, he got the what was it, the fist and the D.Va, I think, in that. It's just there wasn't the damage to follow it up with, and it doesn't matter if you charge up the grabs quick. You got to make sure that you're securing the kills in there.
We're Desserty coming up with a quick pick on Juice. That's gonna.
Desserty over here asserting his dominance, man. To get that sniper out of here.
See if Beetle can charge up another grab real quick again. Oh, Juice is actually swapping off Hanzo, going over to Genji.
There you go. It looks like they're watching their picks here, looking at they swap to a Widow and a Genji. I think they realize that they gotta get something to get these snipers out of play here. They're realizing Desserty's a threat.
Moose does come out with a big pick first over on Lucio, but Desserty firing back. The Fuse coming back and getting an Epic Waffle. Big shatter coming out from Nathan though, picking up 2.
Yeah, Diffuse and Desserty right here, they're going to be what their team needs. This DPS is really doing a lot for their team. We've got, yeah.
And it should... Yeah, like... Ooh, Majestic Moose coming back and getting a quick pick, but hopefully they can get out and not get staggered. They do have time for one more fight. So
yeah, plus...
picks first.
Exactly. And they've got that beautiful first pick, so they can maybe rush even the 5v6 right here if they can stack up at the time. It's gonna be rough though. Like I said, Diffuse and Desserty, keep an eye on them. They're doing really good work on their heroes. So
we'll be up to Epic Waffle to know when to beat to save his team.
Ooh, big anti-nade. Huge.
Ooh, Desserty coming out with a first pick over on Akili. That's really gonna hamper Night Ops' way to fight through. Beat did come out over from Epic Waffle. Lewis got Nano coming out into Ruaneth, and
Ooh,
Diva
beautiful
Bomb
grab.
coming out as well.
Nice.
Huge Diva Bomb coming over from Neon, picking up
Huge
two.
bomb. Yeah, they were all in there in that room. That bomb was placed perfectly, right in the middle of the point, right where you could see the room, right where you could see the sides. Awesome placement of the Diva Bomb.
It's like Seven Sins, not a full hold, but you just have to capture, I believe, a little over. No, actually, they almost have to capture the first point completely. 92.9%.
Yeah, it was definitely a good attempt coming out from Night Ops here, but Seven Sins DPS really shining at the end there. Like I said, you know, you never saw the swap for that fist. I think they swapped to a Widow and a Genji maybe to kind of mess with Desserti, but they did that. They rushed into point. You have Diffuse sitting there on Doomfist in point, and he's able to just get away with like lots of damage. There's nothing really, you know, messing with him. Even when he is starting to get shot at, you see Diva in a funny spot. She's right there on top of that roof, but she's popping her defense matrix, and she's kind of helping keep her Doomfist alive and giving Doomfist just a little extra push because he wasn't, you know, overpowered enough. He's also not getting hit by anything now. So I think really good. I think their Seven Sins is doing a really good job playing with their DPS.
Yeah, I think Night Up stayed on a Death Ball comp a little bit too long. Since they didn't have anything to really contest the high ground to go after the Widow besides their own, and the Doomfist could just, you know, fly all around and do whatever he wanted. It was a good Shorai at the very beginning, building up a real fast grab, but see if Seven Sins we would have cap basically first point, and they are coming out with a Genji Doomfist dive. With a Brigitte as a second healer. That's not a bad choice, especially
Seven Sins. They're definitely realizing that this Doomfist has got some strength right here, pushing him into this point. I think they found kind of what they need. I think they're realizing kind of what comp they need to be pushing towards. So I'm really excited to see this next push.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at Dragon to see if he can heal for Cat Dad whenever Night Ops Doomfist jumps on in.
Both things pushing up by themselves. Kind of a weird play here.
Uranus does go down early, but Fuse coming up with a pick, Neon coming out with a pick on Achille as well, but looks like Night Ops should be able to hold this fight. Diffuse coming out with another big pick though. Actually, Night Ops is pulling this back.
No, it's not gonna be enough for them, unfortunately. They do. Seven Sins does have the 4 members still left on the point.
Trent, I did misspeak. I meant to say 7 Sins. My apology.
Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, Night Ops is gonna have to do something to get back in time. We're gonna need to see a Hammond swap. We're gonna have to see Lucio speed boosting. I don't think they really even touch this point in time.
I don't think they're gonna be able to get back. Doomfist might be able to touch.
Yeah, but he's
Just barely touches, but
can't even
no
barely
one
make it in.
7 Sins starting the
Seven
reverse
Sins.
sweep.
Seven Sins figuring it out slowly, figuring out what they need to do here, so that's good.
Was a very good defense coming over from 7 Sins. The Doomfist was very big for them. And Desserti coming up with a lot of big picks as well. See Ruaneth's big Primal Rage getting 2 kills. 3 actually. Alright. 7 Sins can keep this up. They couldn't pull out a reverse sweep.
I know.
What the next map we're going to be going to it. So it's either going to be Junkertown or Rialto. Now, I would love to see some Junkertown, maybe just see some, you know, old comps like the pirate ship coming back.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. What's up?
What?
Oh, I heard. My bad. I thought somebody was talking. Oh. Dante, every time you mute and unmute your mic, it literally sounds like somebody is just taking 20 nails against a chalkboard. Could you like use Discord mute or something? Okay, well, thanks.
All right, it looks like our next map is going to be going over to Rialto.
Ooh.
Night Ops choice.
Oh, Night Ops picked Rialto? I
yeah,
think that could be good for 7 Sins, actually.
Well, I guess I kind of have to root for Night Ops since that was my first team Back when we were called Scuff. Rebranding. Still love those guys.
Oh yeah, Pan and I both coming from Scuffed. You know what though?
No bias though.
You know what? I kind of root for Seven Sins. Now here's the thing. I see Seven Sins. It looks like they have decent play style. I'm seeing smart things coming out from them. But of course, this is a, we're kind of a lower league. This is a league around getting better. And I think a big thing Seven Sins needs to do is come together more. I see the potential there for them to beat Night Ops. But then I also see pushes where, like I said before, they run dive and they scatter like ants when they run out there. And it's like, but then also, I don't know, the players do funny things like as a team, but as individuals, I see them doing smart things. I talk about the D.Va going off by herself, but I also see really clutch defense matrices. I see the Winston with, really good dives, but he's just kind of doing them by himself. But he kind of knows, he looks like they know what they're doing individually. And I think this shows the best because their DPS players popping off, doing really well. Kind of helping, I won't say for lack of a better word, maybe carry, but like helping to kind of push them through there, So I'm rooting for Seven Sins. I'm hoping that maybe they're slowly, maybe they're coming into this scrimless and they're slowly learning how to play together as a team. I could see them turning this around.
Yeah, you're seeing the diamond in the rough.
Exactly.
You're seeing all
there's a lot of talent, and I'm waiting to see how all these tools work together as a team. So.
Yeah, what you did miss from the first two maps was one of Seven Sins DPS that had to leave was his name was IDK, and he was popping off. He was definitely really good at it, especially on Genji when he was mostly playing it.
Yeah.
So what kind of comps do you think we're gonna see run out of both these teams here?
Well, hard to say. I know it looks like we're already seeing the death ball coming out here from Night Ops. It's funny when Rialto first came out, you see a lot of Roadhog and Orisa, and I feel like since then it's kind of died out because I think people realize that bridge in that small area isn't enough necessarily to dictate your entire comp.
Yeah, Orisa's still pretty good on defense, but yeah, it definitely, when this map first came out, it was a big Orisa hog map.
What I'd love is to honestly see something besides dive come out from Seven Sins here. I kind of want to see a death ball work for them. I kind of want to see them, because I think in a death ball setting they're going to be more forced to be together, and I think it's going to do a lot for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a slow wrecking ball moving down the field. I think if they're all together, and they're kind of forced to, I think it'd be better. Whereas in dive you're supposed to be together, but you can still get away with not doing it. So that's what I'd like to see from them. But it looks like they're gonna be running that Winston and D.Va again. So they're gonna be running a dive comp, keeping of course Diffuse on Doomfist. If it isn't broke, why fix it? So.
Yeah, he will have to be careful. Juice is playing the Brigitte on the other side. See if they can get their dive working.
Yeah, between that Brig and that McCree, there's some potential CC when they come in. So.
For a little bit of poke, no one's really pushing it yet. We have a swap from Desserty over to Widow. He was Genji at the start of this. Oh, big anti coming in onto Ruana.
Oh.
What?
Awesome sniping out.
Desserty and Neon coming out with two big picks. And Diffuse coming in with another big pick.
They're giving him so much space right now. He's just sitting right here on the point, just able to snipe away. They got to realize Desserty's a threat and shut him down quick, because he's just cleaning these guys up.
Yeah, definitely doesn't help though. You see a Doomfist come in, you try to stop him, and when you look at him, you don't see the Widow shooting you from their back. Exactly.
Yeah, Doom Widow huge right now. I know in the games I played it was huge. Really good combo to use right now. So.
Night Ops should be able to contest one more if they can get back in. Majestic Moose coming in with a good pick onto Neon, and a big slam coming over, taken down to Surdy. Juice coming in a little bit by himself, but does have that AoE heal to keep him up.
Yeah, it took 2 ults, but it looks like that's what all Night Ops needs really to take the point here. And then we'll be coming into this next point with a couple extra ults, so.
And we do have the Surdy swapping off the Widow over to the Hanzo. Which isn't a bad pick, you can lay down a lot of damage, but I did like that Widow pick.
Yeah, I think Widow would have been amazing to stay on right here. You know that Night Ops is going to be stuck on the cart back here. You've got huge line of sight. You get Doofus in there, messing up the Reinhardt in the front line, and I think Widow's got full reign, but we'll see what they decide to do here.
Well, looks like Seven Sins taking the high ground, then jumping all down together.
Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, the tank's going over the bridge to get him from the back while the DPS is running up through the front. This is really nice.
Got the rally coming out from Juice. Neon coming out with a big pick onto Majestic Moose. Dragon E does pop the Valve to keep her team up.
Oh, Reinhardt, swing that.
Grab comes out, but only gets one, and ooh, Nano gets over into Ruaneth before he can even get down. It's just become a brawl underneath this archway.
Yeah, it looks like Nightops is trying to get all the potential they can out of these ults here, but it's just not working out for them. They're popping the ults, but they're not managing to get the picks with them.
This is really coming up with a clutch dragon. Being able to keep everybody off that point.
Yeah, this is going to 7 Sins. I feel so bad. Beal popping that big grav, but I don't know if it was communicated to his Reinhardt. Hey, there's a grav right next to you. Reinhardt nanoed, swinging, looking away from the grav. Hopefully Nightops staying together here after losing this last point. I hope they're still sticking together as a team.
Ooh. Big slam coming out again, Ruaneth and Desserty. Desserty going down early, Majestic Moose coming up with a pick on the, or actually D-Suit, and Juice coming up with a pick.
Ooh, defuse.
Defuse. Hopefully he's using that to get out and not go in. Oh, looks like he is going in. Definitely should have used that to retreat back. He's already low on health.
Yeah, but he is helping us. It looks like 7 Sins is doing a decent job of getting through here.
Dragon E getting a little split off from her team, but does manage to make it back somehow. That was very clutch.
Dang, yeah, that was amazing that she actually managed to get out of that like what 4 to 1 man fight.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Majestic Moose coming up with a pick on Desserty. I would really like 7 Sins to just hang back a little bit, wait for all your team to trickle in just a little bit.
Oh, 7 Sins DPS, dude, they smell blood. They said we need more. Interesting push right here. I guess this is nice because they are running the dive. They're able to get to that high ground and kind of just come right down on top of them.
Ooh, Dragon E popping up the early Valve. Sunberry does come out over the Nightops side. Ramen-kun takes down Doomfist.
It's a really good fight right here. 7 Sins does need to get somebody on the cart. The cart is something you need to have pushed. Cat Dad looks like he just realized that's a thing.
It's already coming up to pick on Juice, and Zao taking down Ruaneth. Ooh. Majestic Moose taking out Dragon E, and Ramen-kun taking down Cat Dad.
This is a good push.
To the cart.
7 Sins doing a really good push here, but they abandoned the cart a little too hard. I don't know if they're gonna be able to take this back right now. They've only got 3 up. They're gonna want to back out and probably regroup with the rest of their team. Unfortunately, they're gonna get the chance to. Beal, another grab coming out, but
grab. Oh, the follow does seem to be there.
A good few picks here. Yeah, Juice popping some arrows into that grab. It's nice. So they are able to get that 3-man cleanup, and they are gonna be able to stagger 7 Sins pretty good. Yeah, 7 Sins did a great push. They needed that Ana to jump down a little bit sooner, get that cart around the corner, and then heal her team while she's shooting, you know?
Yeah, we do have the Nano Blade coming up, though. Let's see if Desserty can pull that out. He hasn't been too big with blades, but he has been pretty good on Genji. And Ruaneth and Dan do make tank swaps.
Here we go. Yep, a little bit of death ball right here. This is what I want. This is what I want to see. I think 7 Sins could do better with this.
Another High Noon coming out with Majestic Moves.
Oh!
And picks up 2. That was a huge High Noon.
I don't know if you saw that. So Cat Dad pops Nano on Desserty, thinking, hey, we're probably good. Desserty goes, okay, I think the High Noon's over. As soon as he peeks, he's a Nano Genji. He unfortunately gets shot immediately by that High Noon. It was not done yet.
Well,
that's what we need.
He didn't.
We need more. Yeah, 7 Sins needs a little more communication. I think they need to be talking to each other. Hey, is the High Noon still up? Oh yeah, it's still up. Okay, now it's gone. That's all they need to do to push this team forward. But they do still have the Dragon Blade. We'll have to see what happens with that, and they will be having Doomfist ult soon.
Yeah, Ramen-kun does have a shadow. Let's see if we can find a big shatter here. A lot of 7 Sins seems to be taking the high ground, except for the tank. Blade coming out from Desserty does pick up 1. Can he get more? Picks up 2 more. Desserty going crazy.
Ramen right here in the middle of the fight. Nano trying to get whatever he can, but yeah, Desserty is just cleaning up. That's amazing.
Ruaneth picking up 2 kills in his own. Don't know if he did use a shatter in that fight, and definitely don't think it was necessary. Could have saved it for the next fight.
Yeah, a little over ulting here, but I think they are just trying to. I think it might just be the stress of just trying to get this cart right here.
Yeah, early sound back.
He's gonna try to hold some cart time right here. Hacking that Reinhardt on Ruaneth.
Desserty coming out with a pick on Beal, and Neon coming out with 2 big picks right there.
Here we go.
like they did cap second. See if they can push up and stagger any of these people more.
Seven Sins needs Death Ball. This is why. Look at this. Look at how the team is playing. They could right now be saying nothing to each other. They could all have Spotify on. They're all listening to smooth jazz and not even talking. And they could just run together as a pack, you know?
It's my favorite thing, just punching people, listening to smooth jazz.
Exactly. I think that's what Seven Sins is doing here. I think that's gonna be big for him. I think they need to save dive, put it on the back burner, and I think Death Ball is the way to win this game today.
We do have two good swaps coming over from Night Ops though. The Brigitte and the Sombra. Sturdy coming up with another blade. Let's see if we can get anything else.
Cat Dad, huge heals.
Sturdy does come up with 2 on 2 support. See if Seven Sins can push even farther forward. Diffuse coming up with 2 more hits.
Diffuse into Sturdy, man, cleaning up. You got Neon right there, right behind him, helping out. Ooh, big sleep on that Rhine.
Ooh, Ramen coming out with a big shatter, but a little too late.
Yes, this is perfect. Amazing. And now here's what we need. Night Ops, you need to set up. You need to let them push towards you in Death Ball. Get Majestic Moose in the back. Tell him stop hacking that Reinhardt. It's not doing anything for us. Hack that Doomfist and shut him down.
You know what? I think Night Ops should run a Torb.
Yeah, a Torb. Torb is decent to use against, especially this comp. That's actually pretty smart because I think that the DPS has a good habit of over pushing from Seven Sins side, and maybe if they run past those shields, you know, you've got Torbjorn's turret just lighting up Doomfist. Yeah,
Torb's turret's always been great against flankers because can't really peek against it, and you can kill it, but Doomfist can't kill it too easily.
Exactly.
From range. As well as if the Torb gets, you know, punched up, like uppercut or anything, he can just press a Z and get 150 armor immediately.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if they do that. I don't think they will be, but that would be a nice thing to check out here. So, Seven Sins running the dive strategy on defense here. They really love that dive, you know?
You know, maybe they're just trying to practice it, get better. But they were looking really good on Death Ball. I really would have liked them to stay on Death Ball. Looks like we will have a Widow 1v1 coming out. Majestic Moose going up against a Sturdy 18.
There you go. That could be good.
It looks like Seven Sins also very privy to running 2 main healers. They really like running this Ana Mercy combo.
I don't know if you're noticing right here, Night Ops running basically a Goats, but they're replacing their Diva with Moose on that Widow. Running the triple support, Brig, Moira, Lucio. So,
Desserty.
Showing his dominance.
Coming up real fast.
Majestic Moose a little too excited to get out of the point there. Unfortunately, going down right away. Doomfist. Oh, man.
Oh, doesn't look. Oh, he does get Zal off.
He got Zal off the point there, down to the water. And just like that, diffusing to Sturdy, showing what's up.
Ooh, the Winston. Yeah, Winston got a little isolated in that small room. That's not a good place for Winston to be. He can't use his jump back to get away.
Yeah, Majestic Moose also winning the sniper fight against the Sturdy round 2 this time, knowing that he's up there this time. So.
Ooh, Zal close boots Diffuse off the map.
Diffuse and Sturdy being down, that's going to be huge for Night Ops in this next push. They definitely need to get Neon off this cart as fast as they can and get as much time as possible.
I don't like that Guardian Angel from Dragon. I really wish the supports would back out just a little bit.
Nah, Dragon doesn't... Okay, I was going to say it doesn't die, but never mind. You're right.
30 does come up with the counter pick over onto Majestic Moose, which is good, but I do not like Ruinth being here by himself. No one can really touch him, but...
Yeah, I don't know what his plan is right here, except for maybe he's trying to just give him ults fast enough.
Yeah. He's just trying to feed a little bit.
He's feeding him some ults. He said, here are some ults for me.
Got Diffuse coming in, missing his rocket punch on Beetle though, and gets taken out because of it.
Ooh, yeah. Seven Sins a little disorganized. They really need to come back together right here.
Got the Nano coming in onto Ruineth though, but big shatter coming over from Ramen Kun, taking down Cat Dad.
Yeah, taking down that Ana, working in on that Mercy here. It's going to be big for him. Ooh, Dragon, he's getting that res pulled off, but unfortunately does fall for it. I don't think it's going to be enough right here to let him get in.
Ruineth's going all the way back, making sure that Widow does not get to try to join the team fight, but...
Yeah, Diffuse, trying to do what he can here, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it looks like Night Ops just has more sustain on the cart.
Yeah. Oh!
That is a long-range pin.
Deer in the headlights, not knowing what to do. Wow. What do you do when the semi-truck is honking and you don't get out of the street, man?
Yeah, they will have to wait up just a little bit, waiting for the Desserty to come back. But getting back pretty fast.
Diffuse already looking for a spot in this backline here.
We're kind of jumping in already pretty early.
Yeah, that's the thing with these guys. They put it in a couple at a time. So they're trying to get a pick with this Meteor Strike here. Fortunately, unable to get anything. Diffuse running to the back, just trying to handle Majestic Moose.
Beetle did come out and pop his grab, only got the D.Va, and Ramen-kun did pop his Shatter, and I don't think he got anything with that. But they are still coming out with the win.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be pushing this right here. Ooh, big stagger on Deserti. DPS, you know, doing what they can, but they need to stick with their tanks better on 7 Sin side.
We are getting the Death Ball back, though, finally. We got Deserti over on the Hanzo, and Diffuse swapping over to the Genji.
There you go. I think they need to, I would personally keep Doomfist because it works, but I like seeing them on Death Ball.
Yeah, hopefully Neon saves all his bubbles for Ruranif when he gets stunned. Mystic Moose does come up with 2 picks, but Ruranif, you know, saying, I don't care about your picks. I'm just putting my team on my back. I'll carry them.
The tank's doing some good work here. And it really makes sense. You know, the tank's able to be in the spot where they can be right up in the front. They're doing damage. I want to give big props to Cat Dad. Whenever they run Death Ball, you are seeing huge heals come out from him. Ruranif last round, giant team fight. The Cat Dad is just pumping the healing in him. So props on him. I know we're not talking about him a whole lot, but he's doing big work on Ana.
Yeah, he is. They are running a triple tank. Oh, big shatter coming out of Ramen-kun, knocking down 3. It looks like they will be able to clean that back up.
That's gonna be big right there. Dang, yeah. Night Ops cleaning him up. Diffuse last one alive.
Moose did pop his infra sights there, which wasn't really necessary, but Diffuse staggering himself just a little bit. But we do got Shatter coming up for Ruranif, so hopefully he can land a big one.
Yeah, he's gonna need it right here.
He really needs to get the Shatter over onto Zal as well, so Zal can't drop the beat. That would be huge.
Yeah, that would be very big.
I do like this D.Va swap as well. You can eat up the Moira orbs, really cut down her healing or damage.
Yeah, 7 Sins, they swapped to just straight goats now to defend at this last point here.
Ooh, Ruranif's going down early though. And Deserti going a little bit too far forward and getting picked off. Neon just trying to stall the card as best he can.
I really want to see 7 Sins get that Doomfist. I'm kind of sad they swapped off of it. I think they were doing really good work with it. I think it was helping them out a lot here. And I think running goats at this last point is just going to be next to impossible for them. Oh, huge grab.
Big grab coming out. But Soundberry in return. Ooh, Shadow coming down immediately after that. But Ramen-kun gets slept.
Oh. Ooh. Whole team trying to get a pick in here. No one's fallen just yet, but a lot of ults coming out.
Hopefully 7 Sins doesn't C9 either.
The Diffuse popping that rally.
Off of D.Va. Ruranif getting Beetle though, that's a big pick.
Yeah, big picks from both sides.
Be able to stabilize off that. They just get a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, the spawn, the beauty of the spawn being right in front of them is they really do. They just need to buy a little bit of time. Looks like they're doing it here. They're getting a few picks at a time. Night Ops needs to either just commit to backing out or do something right here. They're just going to get staggered from right now.
And it does look like 7 Sins will be able to stabilize.
So I don't know if you mentioned it, Deserti swapping over to Roadhog.
Did he swap over? Oh, he did swap over to Roadhog.
Yeah, he's going to try running Roadhog here.
I like the D.Va better. You can hook the Doomfist, which is a good swap, but they really need to eat the grab. That's going to be their biggest game.
Ooh. They're popping out a big grab right here.
Over from Neon, but not a lot of follow.
Now Beal here already has another grab. He just used it last point, and you can see he's already got it charged back up. So I'm interested to see if he's able to pop it in here.
He will even need it. Came out with a big shatter, allowing them to push that.
Deserti playing it kind of weird. He's running up behind them. He's going to be facing most of the team by himself right up in here. Majestic Moose swapping over to that Doomfist is huge.
Ooh, they aren't allowed to touch the cart.
Yeah, they aren't able to touch the cart in time, unfortunately. But I can't believe Beal charged a grab that quick. It's like they lost the fight and running into the next fight, they already had another grab. That shows a lot, I think, for Beal right there.
Yeah, Beetle has been charging his grabs very well.
Yeah, those are quick.
Every game he plays Zarya, he's been getting grab, you know, every team fight, every other team fight. It's been very fast. I don't like the Roadhog pick from Deserti.
I think he does so much work on DPS. I hate seeing him on Roadhog. I already don't think Roadhog is in a great place right now, and I think Deserti could do a whole lot more on another pick. I agree with that. Especially in the kind of triple tank they were running there.
Yeah, I like, if you're running triple tank, D.Va is definitely the better option. And I mean, they couldn't tell that Beetle was a grab up, but if they didn't all get shattered by Ramen-kun, you really needed that D.Va to get the grab. Alright, let's see what Seven Sins is going to come out on for attack. Looks like they are going to try and run a dive again with Doomfist, which their Doomfist has been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have goats coming out over on the Night Ops side.
Ooh, goats. I'm excited to see this. I think this will be really good. I think they've got a lot of... I think this will let all of their players really excel on here.
Alright. Do have the Brig coming out from Dragony. Always like seeing a good Brig.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, Night Ops going for the early fight, it looks like.
Fighting from inside that room, that's an interesting place to be fighting, especially with the running the goat strat. I think they really need to be taking the fight a little bit more to them.
Majestic Moose getting caught out by himself. Everybody else dropped back, but he just kept going forward. Juice coming in to try to save him, but...
Big pick on Dragony.
Does get taken down. See, they do take down Ramen-kun, though they can continue pushing forward. Hopefully they can get the big picks.
Night Ops needs to get a big pick right in here. They're going to take it. And it looks like they're a little too scattered and weak. I think they're going to try to go ahead and back up here and regroup. Timer is down to 10 seconds, so all they need to do is get one good group up and take the cart. We'll see what happens here. The beauty of this too is... The beauty of this, where the spot is right now too, the cart, is that they've got the closer spawn advantage. So if they can keep the fight going long enough here, I think they're definitely going to have better spawn than Seven Sins.
We do have a meteor strike that could be huge. Doesn't seem to pick up anybody. Got Juice rallying, gonna sustain all his teammates with armor. Neon coming out with a pick on Beetle though, that's definitely a good pick with how fast he's been charging his grab. Doomfist coming back in, huge shatter. It doesn't look like he's able to follow it up with.
Ramen-kun coming out with that. You know, it's enough to kind of mess them up. I'm hoping they'll be able to stack back up in time. That's a big coalescence helping him out also. He does need his team to get there with him though. He's fighting the good fight, but he needs his buddies to back him up.
It looks like Seven Sins should be able to come up with this win.
Yeah, it looks like Night Ops is going to go ahead and fall to this. Deal getting close to that grab though. That's all it takes. One good grab, and they could potentially win this. So hopefully they're able to die right here, back out, and then regroup and fight again.
Definitely. Now that first hold by Night Ops all playing in that small room, I could kind of see what they were going for. If they were playing up against a tankier comp, you could just speed into the enemy. But it seemed like they kind of sped up onto the high ground and then just backed away. Yeah,
they definitely played it like they were trying to bunker down a sniper more than wait in a hidey hole and then jump out at him. I agree with you. They should have, if they all pounced the point together, running that goats comp, you have to have a little more confidence. You have to be willing to put the whole team on top of them. So
we do have Juice popping that rally early. Big grab coming up from Beetle. He's going to be able to pick up anybody.
Nice.
Ooh, big bomb coming in. And it looks like Night Ops should be able to push everybody off the cart. Just got Doom and Widow. And with that, that is where the cart is going to stop.
It was good. I think that was a very good push from Seven Sins. Unfortunately, running dive at the end these days is kind of weird because Beal has that grab. That's what won them the fight. You kind of need that big team-winning ultimate, I think, when you're down to the wire here, when you only have, 20-30 seconds. And Seven Sins, if they don't have that, I think what they really need to do is maybe consider running, a Zenyatta or something. Consider running something to counter that grab, because they should know that that grab is going to be what ultimately will lose them the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we haven't seen any Zenyatas at all this game.
We haven't, and I know Zen's in a weird spot right now, but they need a defensive ult, or at least maybe a Lucio ult, like sitting in the back there. I think if they were running a Lucio, I don't think they were. I think they were running Brig and a main heal.
Yeah, they were running a Brig Ana, I believe.
Yeah, so I think on this last push, you need to expect that the team is going to do one big team wipe ult, and you need to keep your support ult in your back pocket. So I like that they're. Yeah.
Coming out on defense, looks like we might have an Orisa Roadhog. Little blast from the past.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and that could be really huge for them, honestly. I'm interested to see them running that.
I'm looking for the Orisa definitely to get some big pulls into the water.
I hate that Neon is on D.Va and they're running that though. I think Orisa Hog D.Va, this just looks kind of weird to me. They're not really running a main healer unless you consider Brig one.
Yeah, they're not running a main healer, which is really going to strap them for heals. Juice looks like he got pulled into the well. And
Ooh.
Desserti coming up big, getting majestic moves also into the water.
Yeah, big pick right here. Definitely taking advantage of that bridge early on in this fight.
Rihanna's coming up with killing Ramen Kun as well. Now with two like off healers more or less, you really got to play kind of aggressive. You got to win the fight. Like you cannot sit in a poke war against this team. But Desserti coming up with big hooks again and again.
Oh, Cat Dad! They're definitely taking advantage of this bridge, using the bridge as much as possible. The bridge getting more kills than they are, really.
Yeah. Looks like their entire game plan was just let's get them in the water.
And you know, it's working. It's working really well for him. That's the beauty of this Orisa Hog strat right here, is definitely the ability to get those environmental kills.
Yeah, the problem I do see though is Beetle is coming up close to a Grav, and Juice does make a swap over to a Pharah, which is really gonna inhibit the aggression coming out from Seven Sins.
Yeah, Pharah can definitely do a lot going into this. She doesn't have any hit scan to worry about, so Juice potentially making a big swap right there.
I like this going around tactic, but definitely, you know, making sure they don't get pulled off into the well. Majestic Boost coming up on Diffuse, and Neon getting DMAC'd as well. So
yeah, interesting that they're split up this way, but it looks like Moose is able to do what he can. He's going to start pushing the cart for them while the rest of Night Ops goes ahead and holds it from the front.
Big slam coming in. Looks like Night Ops will be able to push, but they, Seven Sins had a really good hold at the very beginning. They should be able to get stacked back up.
Beal's got his ultimate. I'm excited to see that grab. Cat Dad had Lucio, had the Lucio ult. Would have been amazing to fight against that grab, and then he swaps over to Ana, so we'll see.
And I mean, you can, if you throw a nade into your grab as well as the Brig doing her AoE heals, you might be able to sustain depending on the damage that gets thrown into it. Interesting whole hog coming out from Desserti. Grab comes in, only picks up one, it looks like. Two.
He's Dragon and Ruan from that. That's going to be really big.
You need some big picks coming out from the rest of Seven Sins if they want to try to hold this, but it looks like Naps might be able to push this in.
Yeah, Seven Sins is going to fall. Neon popping that Sue right there. I guess just trying to buy a little extra time, but all he's really doing at this point is giving them morals for their next fight.
Yeah, they were already in overtime, so it wasn't worth popping your self-destruct there.
Yeah, this is the point where you tell your team, no ults, group up. We just need one good group fight. We need to go with our our best foot forward. We need to just win this. This is not poke time. You're seeing the DPS right now in front of the Orisa. This is not poke time. It's all they need is Night Ops gets one pick. Boom, you guys have lost your last fight. So
yeah,
I really
have to rally, trying to strengthen everybody up. Diffuse getting close to a blade. If you can get a big blade, that will win them the fight. They don't have anything going on, but big shatter coming in from Ramen Kun. Barrage coming in as well. That might just be game. Juice coming in with a triple kill.
Awesome barrage right there. Good coordination.
Hero Blade coming. Let's see if Diffuse can get it. He gets one, but
yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Unfortunately, only down in Zalkos.
See if he was able. I do not think they're gonna be able to touch. Might go over to Night Ops 3-1.
Yep.
That looks like Night Ops won 3-1. It was a very hard fought game. Seven Sins really came back in the end, trying to do that reverse sweep.
I hope Seven Sins comes and watches this VOD, because I am really excited for them to be a awesome team if they can come together. I wish I could hear the comms from them.
Yeah, it was like a good underdog team.
Well, that's the thing, is I feel like these guys are so good, but they're just, I think they're just, their team play needs work. I know I said it, I probably sound like a broken record, but I am excited for this team, even coming out, the 3-1 here. I'm really excited for them on their next one. And I'm hoping in their scrims, maybe they can get with their coach and maybe they can kind of work on their communication a little bit. And I think they're really going to be a good team coming into this next season.
Yeah, once they get comms up, they should be able to, be a force to be reckoned with, honestly.
Yeah, the DPS is doing great, but you can't, just kind of rely on that and have everybody just kind of playing it like it's a free-for-all deathmatch with your DPS getting picks for you. So.
All right. Looks like we have 3 more minutes.
All right. Well,
that's the game for us. I don't know. Night Ops was definitely looking really good. I think Seven Sins should have played more Death Ball. I agree with you there.
I love their Death Ball, right? It forces them to be together. Minus maybe Doomfist is pounding a little bit ahead of time, which is perfect. You've got Doomfist going ahead. He's doing his thing. He doesn't need a big rectangle man in front of him. Everybody else has big rectangle man right behind, pushing forward. They're all behind him doing damage. I think Reinhardt does a really good job of making a team come together so well. Like I really wish that they would use more death ball.
Plus, who doesn't love seeing a Reinhardt get aggro and start swinging?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and he's able to do that. The tanks, you can tell the tanks want to get in there just as much as the DPS does on Seven Sins, and Reinhardt having his whole team behind him, it makes it a lot easier for him than when that player is, playing a Winston or something, and they are diving in, and they might not necessarily have their team with them, and it definitely makes a big difference for him. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Seven Sins later in the future. Hopefully, I can cast more of their game. They were definitely a fun team to watch.
Good team, definitely a good team. I'm liking it.
I think that wraps up with me and Guff here. That was Night Ops versus Seven Sins. Looks like tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST, we'll have Mercury Cougars going up against Lightbringers.
Ooh, that should be
a good
fun.
game to watch.
Definitely. I'm excited for that. Well, Panda, it's been good streaming with you, man. Sorry I was only here for half of it.
No worries.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.